Alright, bro, what's up? So today I'm gonna give you I'm gonna be giving you a guide to female nature, you know. So I'm not even gonna waste your time. So first let's get into it. I'm a journal here, as always. You might want to take a sheet of paper, or if you have a journal tool, which you should be having one, just write down some notes on this video, because I guarantee you the stuff that you're gonna listen to on and learn about in this video is gonna help you throughout the years for sure. And most of my content, if you really look at it, is kind of like it's a long format content, because I kind of don't believe in short format content. So you should be listening to this when you're like at the gym or when you're going somewhere. Instead of music, you could just put this in your ear, right? And just listen to it and try to think about it, basically. That's what I do with any content, like from Hamza, First Man, and Steph's Cold. I just listen to it at the gym, bro. I don't even listen to music that much, if I'm being honest. And I have more fun listening to this content because it kind of pushed me in the right path, and it motivates me and keeps me going down the right path, you know? Alright, okay, first, what is female nature? So, to understand this concept of female nature, you have to understand the concept of red pill and blue pill. Sorry, one second. So red pill is this concept, this community that was formed because of men who are tired of being treated like trash because of how modern day dating is. And to be fair, it is pretty trash right now, because it's just degrading values. But even the red pill, it kind of misconstrues certain things, right? Like the men can cheat, but women can't cheat, or it's like not the same. It's the same, bro. Granted, it doesn't affect men as much as women, right? When you sleep with someone new, but it's still pretty bad. You know, it's like, I used the analogy Hamza gave in one of his videos where he's talking about a piece of tape. Every time you stick it to a surface, it's attaching to like the surface, or like when you have sex, you're attaching to the person. And when you remove the tape, or when you know, things don't work out, they're now your wife or husband, then it becomes a little, like the adhesive becomes a little less, right? And as you keep going, the adhesive keeps reducing until there's almost no adhesive it can't even stick on, right? So this whole like body count movement, like the whole feminism thing is now just become like degrading, you know, to women themselves, because you know they're trying to ban Andrew Tate, but there's still like porn you could access like anywhere, right? And porn is low-key more disrespectful to women than this like Andrew Tate is, you know? Because like someone's son could just search up these websites and find everything on there, you know? So it's just like society is just completely gone, man. I don't know what's going on. And the funniest thing is, I used to say this was just the West, but people in India are exactly like this now. Like, I'm not saying become like this conservative religious thing, but it's just like the path we're going down right now is just, it's not good, man. Is what all religions talk about as like the end, you know? No values, no morals, no self-love. Because if you're only trying to sleep with people, only trying to do all these things, then there's no self-love, right? And this guide is just to give you a guide for your wife. It's not a guide to go sleep around with people, right? Because that's not, okay, you sleep around with people, then what? What'd you accomplish, bro? Yeah, your boys will be like, oh shit, yo, you got this new girl, yeah, like all that bullshit, right? But at the end of the day, what'd you accomplish? I'll tell you what you didn't accomplish. You didn't get closer to your goals. You didn't get closer to the stuff you've been working for. You're probably working towards something for like months and months, and then this girl distracted you, now you're kind of back. But your competition, he didn't get distracted by a girl. He went and he did what he had to do, right? So don't don't use this video as an excuse to go and fuck around and like do all that bullshit. Because at the end of the day, you gotta be on your purpose. You gotta be on your purpose so that your wife can find you. Okay? That's honestly how it is, because believe me, dating and all of that is gonna take away from you. It took away from me mentally for like 2 years. And here I am. I didn't fuck around as much as like a lot of these red pill YouTubers recommend to, but I still kind of had the mentality, and I had this really toxic mentality. If you follow Hoodville and you still think he's speaking facts, it's not, bro. Come on. All right? See, it's not a men versus women thing, okay? It's not women's fault that society's become like this. It's men's fault, because we built society and we built it into this, what it is right now, right? And I think a lot of the 304s that are here right now, which, if you don't know what 304 means, search it up. A lot of the 304s that are here now are here because of men. Men like simping and not understanding their value and doing all this stupid shit, right? Because the way you should be thinking is, how would your grandfather do it? Granted, the times were like harsher, so he had to act a little harsher. But if he had the same mentality he had, but was in the modern times, what would he do, right? So you need to be thinking about that, right? And there's no excuse for that, because you're living up to your grandfather, right? You want to live up and then become better than what they were. So with my dad or my grandpa, I will live up to what they were, right? By doing the things I need to. For example, my mom's grandpa, he used to smoke and drink, but at the same time, he used to take care of his family. He was stoic. He did all the shit he had to do. He was athletic and all of these things, right? But the only thing was he only smoked and drank, right? So I don't now smoke and drink because I need to be better than how my grandfather was. But at the same time, I'm doing the same things he's been doing too, right? I understand I have responsibilities to my family and stuff like that. Okay, so why is female nature important? Okay, so female nature kind of dictates life, right? Because a lot of things men deal with is with women, like it's feminine energy, right? Even if you look at Mother Nature, for example, it's Mother Nature, it's a female energy, right? So you're dealing with female nature all over the place. And a lot of your guys' test would be, I'm guessing that a lot of you have your moms in your life, right? So your first test is going to be from your mom, or if you don't have your mom, or maybe your sister, maybe both, right? It's going to be from the women that's already in your life. That's your first test, right? For example, before, my mom did not used to respect me. Like, I would say this in full confidence, I don't know, I forgot the word, but I say this in full confidence. I don't know if you say confidence. There's a word for it, but I say it, like, I'll admit it openly, right? And that's because I wasn't doing the things I needed to be doing. I wasn't as masculine as I am right now, right? Now, when you see me, I have a full-grown beard at 18. A lot of the men can't even grow fucking beards now, bro. Your grandfather could grow a beard in a week if he wanted to, right? This beard, it took me, like, it was growing, but it didn't grow as much as this, right? I can show you pictures if you want. They'll be right here. But now you can see it's a full beard, bro. That's because I focused on increasing this masculine energy and doing the things I needed to do and being the man that I need to be, right? Learning from... See, I can't blame my dad and my grandfather for their shortcomings, right? All I could do is learn from those mistakes and become better, right? My kids will learn from my mistakes and become better, because you can't not make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. You got to just come to the fact, kind of... So why am I blanking out so much now? You got to kind of just accept it, right? Accept that you're going to make mistakes and you're going to fuck up even with your kid and stuff. As much as you want to do self-improvement and stuff, there's still going to be certain things that we do, right? But we're taking a step in the right direction. We're trying to mitigate trauma. We're trying to be the best version, right? I'm sure like your kids' futures are gonna change because you're going down this path. And really, you should be looking at female nature like that. You know, however you interact with women is how your kids are gonna interact with women, or how your daughter is gonna be. So I'm telling you, if you fuck around now, your your daughter is gonna sleep with as many people as you did, because you're her role model, right? So and I'm telling you, your wife is just a reflection of who you are. I've said this countless amount of times. I say it again. Your wife is just a reflection of who you are. So how you value yourself is how your wife is gonna value herself. And if you sleep around a lot, it's more likely she's gonna sleep around a lot. And if she's gonna sleep around a lot, your daughter is gonna be sleeping around 10 times more. Okay? Because there's gonna be a sense of either don't do it so much, like you're gonna be super strict, like don't do it at all, like, you know, you're gonna be super, like I'm giving your wife as an example because you're for men, daughters hit more, you know. So she's gonna become super strict with the daughter. The daughter's just gonna end up fucking around more, right? Or if you become more strict with your son is gonna end up becoming like this fucking Jeffrey and start fucking around. And like, imagine, bro, your son watching porn and you walk in on him watching porn, and it's just the most degrading shit, right? This stepson and stepmom shit that's going on, this whole fetish. It's not step. They're just saying step to like not get arrested or some shit, you know? I don't know if incest is illegal, but realistically, they're saying a like parental figure and want to like sleep with them, and that's like a fetish, right? So like it's really fucked up right now how like young men's mentalities are. And if you don't change, man, your kids are gonna be fucked for life, and your legacy is gonna be fucked therefore. So realistically, you need to be thinking of each step as like, you need to see the consequences of each action you take, right? For example, in Hinduism, they say there's no good and bad. There's just action and consequence. And how you see the consequence, like if you see the consequences good or bad, that depends on you. But it's action and consequence, right? Now, there's always consequence to every action. You cannot have an action without consequence, right? So there's two sides of the coin. If you do the right things that you need to do, be the best person you could possibly be, your kids are going to follow the same way, you know? That's your consequence. Your action was doing the things, and your consequence is good kids. On the flip side, if you do the things you're not supposed to do, if you fuck around too much, your consequence is going to be your kids are going to be bad. You understand? So you need to really try to understand the consequences to your action. Okay, and just so that you can understand this more in a more reading format, and I feel like reading it and then writing down what you read, like taking notes on it, is really going to instill it in your mentality. So the book I'm going to recommend to you is this book right here, The Way of the Superior Man by David, I don't know how to say his last name, Dida, I don't know. Yeah, so this book is really good. Okay, I've still not finished the last couple chapters. I'm on I'm on chapter 39, but I'm gonna finish this book soon, and I'm gonna be taking notes as well. But I want you to read this book and take notes, and this really has the answers to all your questions, almost. This book and also your religious book too, right? These are two books that you should be referring to. This has a lot about female nature versus masculine nature. Even women, if you're watching this, you should be reading this too, because it has a lot of, like, you know, it's just the polarities and stuff. So just watch this, maybe even listen to the audiobook if you want to, right? If you're at the gym, you could just listen to the audiobook of this, and then once you get back, you take notes on what you think, and then you can listen back and take notes again, you know? Just read this book, trust me. You need to be reading, because Education is important, man. I'm not talking about school education. I'm talking about educating yourself on life. All right. So let's get officially into the guide to female nature. So chapter 1, Stoicism. Stoicism is just the answer for almost everything, right? Don't let your circumstances affect your reaction and your emotions, right? Because at the end of the day, you could react however you want to react. It doesn't change the situation, right? See, I'm not saying you shouldn't cry at all, but if something bad happens and you cry, you're just wasting time, bro. Like, don't like. There's no point if you shed a tear and stuff. That's okay, but like, just don't like move off of that energy, right? Don't feel like, what is crying realistically? It's just feeling bad for yourself, isn't it? You kind of like feel bad for you feel bad that you're in the situation. You don't even feel like bad for yourself. You feel bad that you have to deal with this. And also, if like in female nature, if a woman is like yelling in your face, like, oh, you're like this, you're doing this, you're doing that, like, even if it's your mom, right? Whoever this woman is, do not respond emotionally. I see this all the time, man. I even had to learn this from my own dad. Like, I want to be completely honest here, right? Do not react emotionally. For example, my grandpa. If my grandma was yelling, this man would never yell back. Ever. He'll just say okay and then do what he wants to do. I'm not telling you to do that, but it's just like, stay calm. You can still talk, you still argue. I'm not telling you do not argue. I'm not telling you do not walk out and stuff, because that's toxic. You need to argue. Like, arguments are fundamental to a relationship. You need arguments for the relationship to be healthy. If you don't have arguments, you guys are just going to build up resentment and it's going to go elsewhere. So argue, but stay stoic while you're doing it, right? I don't want you to be like, especially, bro. This, especially, okay? I know some of you guys got crazy tempers, right? Do not hit a woman ever. Ever. You understand me? Do not hit a woman ever. Okay? That's a complete no. Like, don't even don't even yell, bro. Like, what the fuck are you yelling for? You know? There's other ways to deal with it. Of course she's mad. Like, she doesn't have to be stoic necessarily. But you need to, bro. You need to be like her, like, what's that term? See, I'm freezing up on the terms, man. Moral compass. You need to be her moral compass. You need to be her, like, you need to be the person that's centering her, you know? Please do not react emotionally to women, because it is not going to end well for you. She's going to lose respect for you, not in the sense like she's going to lose, you know how they be like, oh, you're going to cry one time and she's going to lose respect. It's not that. It's a fact that you can't control how you react that's going to make her lose respect for you. It's not that, oh, you cry one time and she's going to like think, oh, this guy's a bitch. Or like she's going to over time start not to like you. That's like super simplifying it. She's going to think like, damn, this guy, he can't even control his own mind and how he reacts to someone else. This guy can't even control himself, that means. And what makes him think he could control me then? You understand? So it's like, stoicism in female nature is important. You should not be fazed by what she's gonna say. She's gonna say some fuck shit, bro, sometimes. Right? And you need to determine if it is super disrespectful to the point where you just walk away. That's it, man. Just walk away sometimes, right? Don't be afraid to walk away. So, like, some of you guys are so afraid that you're not gonna get another girl that you just stick to that same girl. If she isn't, by the way, it's a rocking chair. That's why I'm going back and forth. If she isn't, like, kind of submitting to you, And this is gonna sound controversial, but if she's not submitting to you, then she's not the one for you, most likely, man. I'm not I'm not saying that she has to agree with everything you say. Of course, she needs to argue with stuff. She needs to be her own person. But like, if it's like she's disrespecting you while disagreeing with you, then she's not the one for you, bro. I'll be honest right now. And you need to kind of, I'm gonna get into it in the later chapters, but you need to have high standards. You need to really determine if this person is going to be your wife, and only take the steps if she's going to be your wife. I recommend you don't even try to chase and talk to women, man. Honestly, it's more peaceful. If your wife comes searching for you, that's different, right? If she needs to be adding to your life. A lot of these girls are not adding to your life, they're subtracting, and you guys are fucking dividing it and then taking, you guys are doing the most, man. And you be adding and multiplying. That's what we need to do as men, you know? Chapter number 2, don't be toxic. I know it's like a whole trend right now to be like toxic, right? It's like, oh shit, Hodeville is saying like, oh, our future is like, I love her tonight and tomorrow she's yours. Oh my gosh, guys, that's like the best line ever, you know? And you guys repost it to your story, or you like take that Hoodville post and you repost it on your story and go on the viewers and see, oh, she saw it. Oh, is she gonna reply? You guys do the most, man. Do not be toxic. Just be a positive person. You need to be adding into her life the way she's adding into yours. The way you add into her life is being that center, being that person she could rely on, right? Being toxic is just gonna take you down wrong paths, right? If you're toxic, most likely she's toxic. And I'm telling you, the consequences are gonna build up, and you do not need to experience women to understand this. I'll give you an example of my own story, right? I've only dated 2 girls, seriously, right? Obviously, situationships and stuff were there. And I'm not even bragging about this. This is nothing to brag about. I wish I never did, right? But, the second girl I dated, I was in my whole toxic phase. I kind of put her voicemail in my song, right? But at the same time, she used to disrespect me all the time. She used to, say, shut the fuck up, and me personally, I don't take that as a thing. You do not say shut the fuck up to me. She used to leave me on red, delivered. Even the last text message I sent her, I was getting her, I'm telling you guys, this whole change in my life has only started in March. So I was talking to her in February and stuff. So I asked her, I was telling her on Valentine's Day, I got gifts for her, right? I was just making it up, but I did get gifts, and I was like, how do you want me to give this to you? She's like, you don't. I'm trying this new thing called No Man March. I just left her undelivered and unread, you know, cause it's you got me fucked up. I'm not about to sit here and take bullshit from you, right? I'm not about to sit here and just let you talk no man much and playing all these games, because, bro, if she's your wife, she would not play games with you. She would not leave you undelivered. If she's leaving you undelivered, do not respond back. If she's leaving you unread, do not respond back, okay? You guys need to value yourself more. You just need to learn to step away. Learn to let go. There's a quote. If you truly love something, you will let it go. But I don't believe in the rest of it. The rest of it is and it will come back to you. Fuck that. I don't want that shit back. I let it go for a reason, you know? So, if you really love something, let it go. And don't be toxic, right? There's a chapter in this book that talks about loving with an open heart. And that's facts. Love, fully, man. Love is a good thing. It's just you guys are hurt from the wrong woman, and the wrong women are coming to you because you're the wrong man. You're not the right person for her, she's not the right person for you. Both of you are so degenerate that you guys are not gonna work together. Right? You guys don't even take care of your own health. You guys got fucked up sleeping schedules. Don't work out. You eat like fucking ramen and bullshit ass food. Like, this Monday, I was eating food, right? And sorry, this Monday I was fasting and I was performing and stuff. So I was like, okay, my performance went well. Let me go get some junk food and just celebrate, Because I was like, I've been eating no junk food for like 6-7 months, right? So I went and I got junk food. And it's a diet that most of my friends in golf eat on a daily. It's no diss to them, but I was like, damn. Right? Because I felt like shit after that, bro. I felt like shit after eating that food. You guys need to realize what you put into your body. The same way that you need to watch how you're eating, watch what you're associating with. The same way you gotta watch who your woman is and what she's putting into your system. If she's like being toxic and doing the most, she's not the right one for you. She's ruining your system. You need to get rid of her. I'm sorry. And please, focus on your purpose over, oh, yo, I got new business, bro. Yo, or oh shit, that's a Tinder match. That's a Tinder match. I got like 10 Tinder matches. Yo, guys, guess what? I'm going on a date. All this bullshit. So what, bro? What'd you realistically accomplish? You didn't do shit, man. Okay, so don't be toxic. Just love with the open heart. And this kind of feeds into the next chapter. Love with your heart, but remember your value. Right? Simps love with their heart, but they don't understand their value. They let a woman disrespect them and still take the disrespect. You guys need to understand what you bring to the table. You build life. She gives life, you build it. Right? Without sorry to be vulgar here, but without your sperm, there's no kid. Right? And without her nurturing it and her eggs, there is no kid. So we need each other. But you need to understand that she needs you as much as you need her. Right? So you need to understand that your value is, don't lie to yourself. You probably have low value, right? Most likely. A lot of the people that watch this channel has low value, but I'm trying to help you guys to get to that higher value, right? So understand what your value is and always keep it in mind. If a girl is disrespecting you, you need to leave. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. This is the biggest thing. Know your value. That is all you need to know in female nature. Know your value and do not care. Okay? But this doesn't give you the excuse to go to every single girl, like I said. Alright? And that leads to the next point, the next chapter. It's chapter 4. Be extremely selective. Okay? You need to be extremely selective with who you associate with, or who gets your energy. You can't just give anyone your energy, right? Because guess what? Guess what I'm going to say? If you give your energy to anybody, your wife is going to do the same shit. You understand, my guy? You need to protect your energy. You need to not give your energy to every single person, because surprise, surprise, not all people have the best intent with you, right? Not all people want what's best for you. A lot of people actually wish bad on you. So, my bro was telling me this. He was like, do not date, right? And I was thinking the same, concept. He just confirmed it in my mind, and that's how I know we're brothers, because he's speaking what I've been thinking. Because he's like, these girls, some of them are kind of crazy, and they all do, black magic on you, right? And you're going to be fucked for, some time. You won't even know that you have black magic. Shit's just going to start going wrong. I don't believe completely in black magic, but there's also, wishing ill, which is kind of like black magic, right? So why would you associate with someone that wants to wish ill on you, bro? Ill intent, you know? You need to understand that not every single woman is gonna have the best of heart for you after the relationship is done. That's why you don't fuck around, right? If you listen, you're not gonna face this, but you don't want to listen. So now I gotta teach you this. For example, my first ex, she still has me blocked on all social medias, right? Funniest thing is, I didn't even do that much. I didn't even do, like, the shit I did was not, like, block forever type worthy. And she's not gonna keep me blocked forever. She's gonna keep me blocked for, like, a year at least, you know? So, she does not have the best interest of me at heart. Because if she did, she wouldn't do all this shit. And, like, the things I heard her, like, say about me after, she made me seem like the villain, and she was all this, like, perfect angel. So you need to understand that a lot of these girls, they probably wish bad upon you. That's because they're so low value. You need to get a woman that's high value, right? But to get a woman that's high value, you need to be high value yourself. Because, again, your woman is a reflection upon you. Okay? You need to take some responsibility and understand that what you attract is what you are. Alright? So you need to really look closely at what your actions are and understand that your wife is probably going to do the same things, but feminine, right? So if you don't go to the gym, she's not going to go to the gym. If you eat shit, she's probably going to eat shit. If you sleep with this, like, all these girls, she's going to sleep with all these guys, right? So it's just, God gives you what you are, man. And what's right for you will always come to you. Believe me, trust me, it's always happened my whole life. There hasn't been one time where my life hasn't panned out. And if you really look at your life, there hasn't been one time your life hasn't panned out. It's always been for the better, okay? So trust God, and what is for you will come to you. So that's why you need to be extremely selective. This video is long as shit. This is going to be my longest video. That's because I have so much shit to say about this. Chapter 5. Don't listen to modern advice. This whole red pill thing, right? I used to watch Fresh and Fit a lot, right? Then I just realized they're kind of milking you for content. There's no diss to them. They're just a little confused in certain areas, right? But, like, some of their concepts is kind of they misconstrued it. Where it's like, for example, cheating, like, a man sleeping with multiple girls is not equally, but almost as bad as a woman doing it. You're promoting degeneracy. How are you gonna tell me that, if a man cheats it's different and a woman cheats it's not? It's, like, different, right? Because, bro, you can't keep your dick in your pants. You're trying to fuck every single girl, anything that moves. Why the fuck are you cheating, my guy? Like, she's your woman, bro. You chose her. Stay with her, you know? If you have religious beliefs, of course, go ahead with the 4 wives, right? That's not cheating, in my opinion. You guys made a promise, right? But you're cheating if you're fucking sleeping with another girl while you have a girl, and you're telling the girl, oh, you can't sleep with nobody, but I can. Like, it's degenerate, man. Like, I don't understand this whole thing with, like, sex. You guys can't keep it in your pants. You just need to calm the fuck down. Honestly, goes back to my first point. Gotta be stoic. You gotta be unaffected. The enemies are always gonna put things like lust. Okay, I'll give you an example in Hinduism. Alright, I don't like preaching religion, but this might be something you really need. So we have one of our gods, but there's only one God. It's just a manifestation of that God, Shiva, right? So there's a story where he was in his meditation and someone asked for a boon, someone asked, I think it's Parvati, which is his wife, asked for a boon, but he was so deep in his meditation that he did not, like, move, right? Did not, like, budge. So to get him to move, he asked the Lord of Lust, where lust is sexual in a way, but lust also means, like, you want money. You have a lust for money. You have a lust for life, right? So he kind of... Oh shit! I thought I was seeing something. Okay, so to get him to move out of his meditation, Parvati kind of told this god Kama to go and like infect him with lust. What Shiva did was he opened his third eye and burnt him with lust. Like he burnt the Lord of Lust to ashes, right? But then what Parvati said is you can't do that. The world doesn't work without lust. You need to have lust for certain things because then there's no point of life, right? Life doesn't happen without lust. But when you have too much lust, that's when it doesn't work. So they kind of got back the Lord of Lust and they did all this other stuff. I don't know the rest of the story, but like lust is needed, but you need to moderate it, right? Or moderate it. You need to have lust with your wife, but not with these hoes, bro. Oh my God, bro. I don't know how we got so degenerate, but we're here. So you need to be the change you want to see. You need to be the change that... Think about it this way. Your grandpa did not fuck around, most likely. Right? If he did fuck around and you're trying to fuck around, that explains a lot. But your grandpa did not fuck around. So why the fuck do you want to, right? My grandparents on my mom's side, my mom's dad and my mom's mom, they were married for 50 years until my grandma's passing, right? And my grandpa passed away. Rest in peace to their souls. But they were in a 50-year committed relationship with 3 kids. My grandpa built schools, and he was like the head of this ITI community in India. And he did all these things that, I really respect him for, right? He played basketball too, so now I'm 6'4", because, I got those genetics now. So, like, you need to understand that life is not just about fucking around. Look at it this way. When you're dead, people are not going to be like, oh, yo, that guy had a rotation. And, like, they're gonna be like, oh, shit, he had a rotation. Like, his life meant something. They're going to be there, like, how much money does this guy make? What business did he build? How are his kids, right? Your kids are the biggest reflection upon you. That's why I'm telling you, how you act now is how your kids will act in the future. Okay? So you need to have this whole morning advice of, oh, you should have a rotation, you should fuck around, you should do this. For men and women, please do not. Alright? There's better things to do in life. Okay? You need God in your life, not rotations. I lost count of the chapters. So, chapter 6, your woman is a reflection of you. I already said this like 10, 20 times. Your woman is going to behave exactly how you behave, bro. I'm telling you, female nature is just a reflection upon yourself, right? How you act and how you interact with the world is how your woman is going to do. Right? So if you go to parties and do all this fuck shit, you're probably going to attract, because you're going to the party, so you're going to attract a girl that goes to the party, and you guys are going to fuck around. You're not going to love her because, she's going to keep you in this, like, real weird spot where she goes to a party by herself, and then you're, like, wondering if she cheated and stuff. That shouldn't be in your head. If you really value yourself and she values herself, you're not going to have these anxieties and this worry, right? Damn, this video is long as shit, 40 minutes now. So you need to really kind of reflect upon yourself. Understand that how you see yourself is how your woman sees herself. And how you are is how she is, right? If you meet a girl at a club, she's probably going to go in some other rapper section club and, like, fuck around, do shit. Like, she doesn't give a shit because you're doing the same shit if you had the chance. Look at it this way, right? The whole modern day, like, thing is, oh, guys who are 18, 19 years old, don't have as many as options as women do. So women fuck around. I guarantee you give all those guys all those options, it's gonna be reverse. You take options away from women, women are gonna be start talking about this red pill shit. I guarantee you, right? It's just degenerate. You both, like we both genders, we need each other. God created us together for a reason. You need both. That's why you need X chromosome from mom, Y chromosome from dad, right? Yeah. That's why you need these, and for women it's X and X. That's why you need both, like half and half, right? Because what else is there to life, man? Your kid should be your whole legacy, your future, because everything you're doing should be for your kids. I'm working out right now because my kids are gonna ask me about working out, and I could give them this knowledge. My kids are gonna be. I'm meditating right now because my kids will meditate in the future, and they'll ask me about it. So I'm just experiencing stuff for them to learn and understand. And like this whole thing, yo, I want to party now and all of this stuff. Partying is not that fun. I'm on my routine and I have 10 times more fun. Like today, even though it was like delayed and stuff, I had so much fun today, man. You don't understand. So your woman is a reflection of you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chapter 7. Why God is important in female nature. I said it through the video. All these topics kind of go together hand in hand. And I've been telling you guys this, right? God is what centers you. God is what keeps your morals right, keeps your values right, keeps you on the right path. As long as you have God in your heart, doesn't matter what religion you listen to or what religion you follow, God, the idea of God itself, right? That like atheists like to debate if God is real or not. The idea of God itself makes you a good person, right? I don't like to be a religious preacher, but God is necessary in life. Because what is like, you're telling me we just like evolved from a fish and that fish just popped out of nothing? The Big Bang was just nothing? No, it's energy. And what is energy? God is energy, right? So you need to understand that God had men and women together for a reason on this earth. The reason is for us to build together, right? It's kind of like we build it and then women maintain it and nurture it and make it like home, you know? If you had your home by yourself, you had no mom, you just popped out of nowhere and you're just like sitting in your living room and you're like all grown up and stuff, I guarantee you're gonna hate your life, right? So it's kind of opposite natures, but we kind of work together because you can't have one without the other. And if you have a relationship and it's like is kind of based around God, like she worships God and you worship God, I'm telling you again, doesn't matter what religion, as long as you believe in a religion, right? Obviously the religion needs to be good. Use your common sense for all of that stuff. Don't fall for a cult and stuff. So if it's dictated by God, your relationship, you're going to have a successful relationship, right? You're going to have a loving relationship because she'll understand certain things are wrong. I hate this whole concept of God-fearing, but she'll understand that God tells us these things are wrong for a reason, right? Like cheating, for example. She's not going to cheat because she knows that if she cheats, God is gonna make her suffer the consequences, right? So if your relationship is God centered, you're gonna find like proper love and you're gonna find your wife. And trust me, guys, the guy who has the most value is the one who says no to all the girls except his wife, right? And you know when it's your wife. I guarantee you, it's just a thought I've had, and if it's a thought I've had out of nowhere, I know it's from God, right? Because I meditated and learned these thoughts. So a lot of the things I'm teaching you is just meditation, learning it and teaching it back. is all just speaking through God. I'm sorry, God is speaking through me. That sounded so wrong. I apologize. God is speaking through me, right? So you need to understand that human nature is just a reflection of yourself. That's the last thing I'll tell you. It's just like looking into a mirror. A lot of the advice I'm giving you is more positive compared to like what the red pill will give you. When I was following the red pill kind of gave me red pill rage, where I almost like borderline hated women, right? But that's a mic stand. Almost borderline like hated women, and it's not a good thing to have. So I just recommend just evaluate yourself, evaluate where you are, and always constantly try to be the best version of yourself. I'm not telling you to go drive yourself crazy over it, but your overlying goal should be better, is to be better than who you were yesterday, right? So increase your value, your wife will increase hers, and your kids will be extremely high value. Don't be like Jada and Will Smith. I tried to save you guys. I can only take you to the water. It's up to you to drink. Alright, guys.